Hey, welcome back. All right, Aquarius, let's take a look at the next adventure in Aquarian's world. So let's just see where this is going to take us. Whatever the next adventure may be, this is kind of like what there is to look forward to, what comes next. We have a 10 of Cups, beautiful. We have a 5 of Wands, and we've got the 7 of Pentacles. There's going to be a big thought-provoking and life-changing decision to make. And I'll say that it will change Aquarius's whatever they thought their future was going to look like. That's not going to be what it looks like. Aquarius is going to have to make some choices, though, about what path they follow. The path that they're currently on is bringing them to meet someone or to reunite with someone. We have great happiness here. Aquarius, by the way, could have a child, possibly a male child, someone who's about maybe 9 years oldish. Doesn't have to be. This could also just be a something that Aquarius has attended to, taken care of, nurtured, built, grown. This could be a business even. But this is something that is indeed still in process right now, that is still, right beside Aquarius at this point. And as they move forward, Aquarius ends up in a 10 of Cups, which is fabulous, except when we bring even a great joy, great happiness, the opportunity for something lovely, or to meet the love of our life, it means that we're not just talking about our thoughts anymore. We're talking about what the partner wants to do, what their ideas are, how they envision life. And now it's collaboration time. So we really see Aquarius has this opportunity now that they're headed straight into to connect with another person. And what that means is it's going to change their long-term outcome, where they live, where they retire. Okay, it could also stir up all kinds of trouble, actually. This says, I don't know if there's going to be great jealousy. I'm guessing so. I don't know why somebody would be suddenly so jealous. This could, the villain in the top hat, I'm thinking, oh God, this is an ex or somebody that maybe still thought that they should be able to lay claim to Aquarius, or if Aquarius is like divorced but co-parenting, and then Aquarius meets the love of their life. This could be that a co-parenting ex gets really, really jealous. And again, that could bring about the, the question mark of, okay, how do I handle this? I want to build the life that I want to build. I want to be with the person that I want to be with. I want to go where we want to go. But there could be a person who throws a wrench into things simply because it's like, oh, you found somebody you're happy with. Well, I'll, put in some roadblocks if I possibly can, because I'm not healed. Yeah. I definitely feel like there is an individual who still believes Aquarius is their 2 of Cups. Now, we don't see this storyline all that often. Oftentimes we get like our lead character, like Aquarius is, in a connection where they believe it's a 2 of Cups, or where the lead character has figured out when something is a karmic. But rarely do we see an ex who is hooked on the idea that, no, we're good together. And the ex is actually, if they're throwing all this jealousy and drama, and they're saying, I'm not healed, therefore I can't let you move forward and be happy with someone other than me, because you're my special person and we're really, really wonderful together. This would kind of say, but you're not really wonderful together, because you actually don't want the best for Aquarius. You just want Aquarius. This feels like someone who's under the impression that this is a powerful spiritual bond and that they don't want to lose. But that maybe is the evidence that proves that they're not wanting the best for Aquarius. They just want Aquarius for themselves. That doesn't really seem to be this level of like jealousy and stuff. Doesn't look like they're really a 2 of Cups, because they don't want the best for Aquarius. They want to hold on to Aquarius. They feel entitled even. Okay, that's a tough one. And I'm not saying that sounds like a fun adventure. We got the Death card in the reverse. Yeah, it really feels like Aquarius is going to be having to strategize how to move forward when clearly there's someone who doesn't want to let go. They still would like a second chance. Now, maybe they're not going to be that horrendous. Maybe at first they'll be jealous. I mean, you can't fault humans for having the streak of jealousy. Heck, my dog has a jealous streak, for goodness sakes. You know, if I pet another dog, Aries is not having any of that. He does not like it. So if even a dog has a jealous streak, of course humans do also. If they're saying, but I'm not over you, maybe this jars them, and this is an ex who suddenly realizes, what do you mean you're with somebody else? You've met somebody, you're going to be happy with somebody else. Oh my God, now I feel a streak of jealousy. Now I realize I'm not over you. Now I realize you're my Two of Cups. Now, please, I don't want this to be over. Because they're shifting their energy. At first I was like, whoa, this person could cause a lot of trouble. They just want to be rude and demanding that you're my special lady, you're my special man. And now I'm thinking, no, the ex might not play it that way exactly. They might actually kind of be almost in the energy of, I didn't realize until now that I've lost you, how badly I don't want this to be over, how this really was a spiritual connection and maybe I blew it. Will you please not go? Will you please give me another chance? Okay, this could be really, really tough because let's go back to the beginning here. If Aquarius is going to be meeting somebody that is a real 10 of Cups, who are they? We got the Hierophant, we got the Sun sideways. So they could be a Taurus, they could be a Leo, but we definitely have, right when Aquarius meets somebody else that's new, that's wonderful, that's loving, that's available, that wants to give them the world, it's weird because they're gung-ho for this. They're all about it. They know Aquarius is their person. They know Aquarius is the one that they'd like to have a relationship with, a long-term relationship with. They're very serious. And yet, even here, Aquarius right out of the gate might say, I don't know for sure. I mean, I know that they really love me. I'm going to have to think about this. So I think that basically we have a brand new person who could be a Leo or a Taurus coming into Aquarius's life, professing their love, wanting to give Aquarius the world. I mean, this could be somebody who's very serious, long-term commitment. They could be a little older than Aquarius. They could have a beard, doesn't have to be. They could be somebody who plays music. They may, maybe not as a career path, but they might play a guitar or something for fun. They could be quite spiritual, and they are smitten, absolutely smitten with Aquarius. However, even right from the beginning, Aquarius, now it makes more sense why we had Aquarius going, I got to think about this. This is a lot to contemplate. This person who seems wonderful, who wants to offer me so much. It almost feels like, I don't know, is there a sliver of Aquarius's heart that is still with that ex also? Because why does Aquarius spy on an ex all of a sudden? As soon as they meet this wonderful new person who wants to be with them, this is Aquarius doing a little bit of spying, or maybe texting or writing a message, because he's actually got a pen in hand. 9 of Pentacles. It could actually be that Aquarius is suddenly closing the chapter. They may be sending a letter when they meet this new person. They may actually send a letter to the ex to say, I just want to let you know, I am moving on with my life, because this is a single person's card. So I'm wondering if Aquarius is actually going to reach out to the ex to say, I would just, out of a courtesy, I want to let you know that I'm moving on with my life. And they're not sure. Aquarius isn't sure, should I say this to them? But then they're like, I kind of think that I should, because this is about my future. But as soon as Aquarius does that, it does trigger something in that ex, who now we will call the King of Swords. I kind of feel like this storyline is a little bit, I'm going to use the word disingenuous, because it feels like there was always unfinished business between Aquarius and an ex, but they had stalled out or something. And although Aquarius does want to move on with their life, I feel like Aquarius still felt obligated somehow to pause and inform the ex, I'm going to be moving on, which is the code for, I've met somebody else. They want to give me the world, and I think I want to let them give me the world. I think I want to bond to them. I think I want to invest in my future with somebody who's going to be there with me. But I still think deep down, it almost feels like this is the trigger that sparks this person to say, wait a minute, what do you mean Aquarius is going to be with somebody else? My Aquarius, My Aquarius is going to move on with somebody else. Oh my God, seriously, it brings out the Tower. Maybe it also brings out the Tower for Aquarius. Maybe Aquarius didn't know how much he still wanted this ex. Maybe this is all a very big reveal. Sometimes when we're offered something wonderful and we're like, this should be the happiest thing ever. I met somebody wonderful. They want to marry me. They want happiness with me. They want all of this. But I have to say goodbye to the ex. I have to let them go. I have to release them. But as I do that, it does the exact reverse. It triggers them to say, I can't let this Aquarius go out of my life. Aquarius is the person I want to step up and be the perfect match for. I mean, it definitely fills them, sparks them with some kind of jealousy, and it definitely makes them say, I can't let you go. You're my Two of Cups. But is this person going to be doing something? Are they going to be taking action? Because that has obviously been one of the biggest issues. This whole story is, when did they ever take action? They didn't. Let me just see. Aquarius, are they going to suddenly? We got an Ace of Wands. We got the Wheel of Fortune. This Ace of Wands is, I don't know why they have their face scratched out here. Hang on. Wheel of Fortune. She has no clothes on, so I have to cover her up there. It's weird because both of them, she has a blindfold on. This person has their face, blotted out. It feels like, when I say, are they going to take action? It feels like they desperately want to. We have the Fool. They are going to be taking a crazy leap forward. And I have to be honest, in this storyline, it looks like Aquarius and this ex are going to fall right back into a very vulnerable look. Nobody has clothes on in all three of these cards. And I can't help but think there's like everything's been stripped away, because we've got to the point of Aquarius and this person have been apart for a long time. They kind of both thought it was over. Aquarius has this opportunity to move on with somebody else who wants to give him the world. And as Aquarius goes to write a goodbye letter, just as a form of, I guess, like respect or something, or to give closure for themselves, for their ex, for that King of Swords, it has the exact reverse reaction. And instead, I feel like it sparks this King of Swords to go through that range of emotions, from jealousy to intensity to, I'm in love with Aquarius and I have to have them back. I have to come in vulnerable. I have to express this, explain this, and I have to come in and basically lay all the cards on the table. No ego, no nothing. I want to be with you, Aquarius. Now, I kind of feel like Aquarius and this person might both, I don't know, it feels like they're going to wind up in bed. Five of Wands, but it doesn't resolve anything. We still have the question mark of, how do we move forward now then? So we want to be together. We want to give this another shot. But have we worked on the problems that exist between us? We have the Ace of Pentacles. Well, we both want to try it anyway. Four of Swords, we're going to have to work to heal stuff. Lover's card, sideways. Look, there are some added complications, because it could be that Aquarius and this King of Swords have parted ways. Maybe each of them thought they were done with each other. They each moved into other relationships. And it's like, now we have to break up with other people because we want to be together. Sorry, I know this is a very complicated storyline. I didn't expect this, but this is what we've got. It's crazy because some zodiacs that I did yesterday were like all these light and fluffy, like, oh, we're going to travel. We're going to do this, career stuff. We're going to do this hobby. And this one is like, whoa, big energy. Like Aries got a really great, I think Leo got a really great kind of fluffy story. And now Aquarius is like, whoa, we've got layers to unpack here. We've got two people choosing to come back together to heal things together, no matter the cost to other relationships that they had started to build. Let me ask one last question. How is Aquarius going to handle this person who said, hey, I'm your 10 of Cups. We could get married. I'd give you the world. I think Aquarius is going to just have to tell them, I can't begin, building the 10 of Cups with you after all. I feel like Aquarius might have dated this person for a bit, or there was an obvious, serious intention here, or the potential for something to be serious. Maybe Aquarius is going to squash it before it gets going. Maybe that's why we didn't really have Aquarius right there with them yet. Maybe it was like, before I do anything too serious with you, I need to get closure between myself and an ex, which just means I need to send them a letter to let them know this is official now. I move on. I'm about to be, intimate with another person, or I'm not saying Aquarius is going to tell that to the other, to that King of Swords necessarily in so many words, but it is what is implied. This is me committing to a new person. I'm about to do this. This is very much like in that final moment where the ex comes back, and instead, shockingly, Aquarius has to give a goodbye and like unburden themselves. They might even have to tell this new person who was offering so much to them, like, it would be wrong of me to start something with you because I know you're wonderful. I know in another life I could have even had the 10 of Cups with you. But honestly, my heart is still with an ex. So I'm glad that I didn't go too far with you, because I would never wanted to hurt you. But I have to go and still deal with somebody that's already, I have a storyline with. This is laying down a burden. This is finally like admitting, I think Aquarius and this ex are both admitting, like, but we still have things that we have to work out. It still has to be us. So I don't think Aquarius ends up with a new person. Let me ask one final question. Can Aquarius have great happiness still with that King of Swords? We've got the 9 of Pentacles sideways. I need one more, because that says maybe both Aquarius and the King of Swords, 2 of Wands. Maybe they've both done the things that they needed to for themselves to heal. Maybe they both really are ready to be really awesome together and be in a terrific relationship. But this says there's a lot of choices that have to be made on both parts. It feels like this is still a complicated relationship. And maybe it's because, as that King of Swords said, you're my 2 of Cups. Maybe that's why this is going to be a complicated situation. Both of them come in with strong personalities, Aquarius and that I'm sorry, did I say King of Cups? I meant King of Swords. And they're always going to, have a battle, or we'll say a dance between giving each other space to be individual, but also to bond together. The 2 of them are going to have a lot to work through still. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing.